The following is a presentation of the Missouri Sports Network.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to May 1st, 2025. May 1st is the 121st day of the year in the Gregorian calendar. 244 days remain until the end of 2025, also known as May Day, and one of my favorite months of the year. Growing up, it was always that transition from spring into summer. School was about ready to get out. High school baseball, little league baseball is all going on. Professional baseball, college baseball as well. It's also my birthday month, and Memorial Day weekend falls at the end, which is kind of the traditional beginning of summer. I want to welcome everybody into the morning update here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, brought to you by RBW Agricultural Farm Equipment Sales, home of the Rancher Hydraulic Cattle Baron, Heritage, and Legacy Cattle Chutes. RBW Agricultural carries curated lines of new livestock handling equipment, front-end loader attachments, and is the #1 dealer for Ironcraft Flex Wing rotary cutters in the USA. Hey, they care about not only the safety of their customers, but of their customers' livestock. Care about bringing efficient equipment to the market, making high-quality equipment affordable for farmers and ranchers, and the integrity of the words that they use and their conduct. Hey, you can find them in Bolivar and in Moberly or online at rbwag.com. Moving into the high school baseball scores from a night ago here, April the 30th, it was Bell City over Saxony Lutheran 2-0. Bernie defeats Holcomb 8-7. Ray-Pec over Blue Springs 6-1. Blue Springs over Ray-Pec 14-11 in a doubleheader. Elias Catholic defeats Capital City 3-2. It's Caruthersville over Chaffee 5-4. Elsewhere on the baseball scoreboard from last night, Lincoln College Prep defeats Central Kansas City 17-2. Caruthersville over Chaffee 5-4. Park Hill South over Central St. Joe 7-2. Kirkwood 13-3 on the season, now 4-1 over Chaminade. East Carter over Clearwater 5-1. St. Paul Lutheran Concordia 8-2 over Concordia. Alton defeats Couch 15-0. Crestridge over Sweet Springs 13-3. East Prairie defeats Portageville 4-2. These are baseball scores from last night around the state of Missouri. Excelsior Springs over Winnetonka 8-1. Valley Catholic now 20-1 on the season. They defeat a good Farmington team 6-4. Father McGivney out of Illinois over Parkway South 7-1. Francis Howell over Liberty Winsfield 12-3. Elsewhere, Fredericktown 4-2 over Herculaneum. Timberland defeats Fort Zumwalt South 12-2. Glasgow over Prairie Home 13-2. Jeff City over Hickman 5-3. Kearney 13-0 over Grandview. Kennett defeats Scott City 3-2, handing Scott City their very first loss of the season. Again, on the baseball side, brought to you by Bambino's Italian Cafe, hosting the Quarterback Club, Tip-Off Club, and now the Leadoff Club. Just two more Leadoff Club luncheons here in the 2025 season, May 5th, Monday, and May the 12th. Bambino's Italian Cafe, 11:30 at East Battlefield and Lone Pine. Come by and join us for a free for a $10 meal. It was Lee Summit West over Lee Summit North 8-4. Liberty North defeats Blue Springs South 10-9. Lone Jack now 23-3 on the season over Wellington Napoleon 5-1. Savannah over Maryville 7-2. Liberty defeats North Kansas City 17-1. Kelly over Oak Ridge 3-0. Pacific over St. Clair 1-0. Springfield Central defeats Parkview 14-2. Parkway Central over DeSoto 2-1. Meadow Heights 7-3 over Perryville. Putnam County 6-5 over Atlanta. Fort Osage over Raytown 14-2. Sweet Springs over Santa Fe 9-4. Orion 11-1 now. They shut out Scott County Central 19-0. South Iron over Ellington 9-6. Again, these are baseball scores from last night. Rockhurst over St. Pius X 3-0. Lee Summit over Staley 4-1. Troy Buchanan over Francis Howe North 11-1. Belton over William Christman 11-1. On the softball scoreboard from last night, brought to you by Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, it was Bernie 23-6 now, 18-2 over Dexter. Bernie then shuts out Delta 15-0. Clarkton over Campbell 11-10. Sweet Springs 11-1 over Lone Jack. Malden 20-7 now. They defeat South Pemiscot 8-7. Osceola falls to Archie, I believe, in a forfeit. And Clearwater over Twin Rivers 15-9. On your Great Southern Bank soccer scoreboard from last night, it was Grandview over Crystal Ray 3-1. Benton 8-0 over Lafayette. St. Joe, Oak Grove defeats Barstow 8-1. It was Westminster Christian Academy 6-0 over Principia. Saxony Lutheran 8-0 over Kelly. It was Union shutting out Lutheran St. Charles 2-1. Van Horn 10-3 over William Chrisman. William Warrensburg defeats Belton 2-1. And Windsor Imperial shuts out Afton 6-0. Take a quick break. We'll be right back here. We'll talk about On This Day in History right here on the Missouri Sports Network.
Hi, I'll have the avocado toast minus the avocado.
So, toast.
Yeah. Everything is so expensive these days.
Hey, Chevy gets it. That's why they're keeping prices down to earth, like on the most affordable EV in America. A super strong and capable Chevy truck. And a high-tech Chevy SUV. Why is Chevy making affordable vehicles connected by OnStar? It's so together, we can do more.
We believe banking should make your life greater. It starts with affordable options to meet today's needs and tomorrow's dreams. From smart account options that fit your style to flexible loans for what comes next. It means convenient ways to access and manage your money whenever you need it and wherever you're headed. Most of all, it takes great support. Someone you can count on for trusted guidance and to be there for you every step of the way. Great options, great convenience, great support for life. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Hey, welcome back to the morning update here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Going to the Major League Baseball score, the Cardinals pick up a couple of wins in the day-night doubleheader yesterday. Miles Michaelis gets his first win of the season. His ERA is 4.66. He's 1-2 now. Cardinals win 6-0 in the first game of the doubleheader. In the second game, Graceffo gets his first win of the season. His ERA is a blustery 7.88. But the Cardinals win 9-1. They're now 4-12 on the road, 14-17 overall. Elsewhere, Tigers defeat the Astros 7-4. It was the Rockies over the Braves 2-1. Dodgers 12-7 over the Marlins. Dodgers now 21-10, but 15-3 at home. The Mariners, they defeat the Angels 9-3. It was the Padres over the Giants 5-3. Padres now 19-11 on the season. Guardians 4-2 over the Twins. Orioles defeat the Yankees 5-4. Pirates over the Cubs 4-3. It was the Phillies 7-2 over the Nationals. The Royals shut out the Rays 3-0 on 11 hits. Estevez gets the save. That's his 9th of the season. Cameron, 1-0 on the season, making his major league debut, had a no-hitter through 6. and did not give up a run, as did no other Royals in that game. The Royals are now 5-10 on the road, 16-15 overall. Blue Jays over the Red Sox 7-6. Diamondbacks 4-3 over the Mets. The Brewers over the White Sox 6-4. Athletics defeat the Texas Rangers 7-1. As you look at the standings across baseball in the American League East, the Yankees are 18-13, followed by the Boston Red Sox, a game and a half back at 17-15. The Rays 3.5 back, as are the Blue Jays, and Baltimore 5.5 back. In the American League Central, the Tigers 19-12. The Royals are just 3 back of the Tigers, and between them is the Cleveland Indians. In the American League West, the Mariners 2 games up on the Astros, 2.5 up on the Athletics and the Rangers, and 5.5 up on the Angels. In the National League East, the Mets are kind of running away with that right now. 3.5 games over Philadelphia, 6.5 over the Braves, 8 over the Nationals, and the Marlins are 8.5 back. In the Central, Cubs are up 2 games on the Brewers and the Reds, 4 games up on the Cardinals, and 6 up on the Pittsburgh Pirates. And in the West, the Dodgers are a game and a half in front of the Padres, 2 games up on the San Francisco Giants, 4.5 up on the Diamondbacks, and the Rockies are already 15.5 games out, just 5 wins on the season for the Rockies, just 2 games better than the Chicago White Sox. On this day in history, brought to you by Doak Propane. For all your propane needs, see the folks at Doak in Polk County and surrounding counties. Also presented by the Bank of Billings, the oldest bank in Christian County, established 1889 with 2 locations, one in Billings and in Marionville as well. On this day in history, in 1891, Cy Young wins his first game at Cleveland's League Park, where the Cleveland Spiders defeated the Cincinnati Redlegs 12-3. That was in 1891. His last win would come on September 22nd, 1911, with a 1-0 shutout over the Pittsburgh Pirates. In 1906, Philadelphia Phillies pitcher Johnny Lush, who's 20 years old, pitches a no-hitter in a 6-0 win over Brooklyn in Washington Park, New York. The Phillies would not throw another no-hitter until June 21st, 1964, by Jim Bunning in a 6-0 perfect game versus the York Mets, which was the very first perfect game in the National League in the modern era. And by the way, it was Father's Day on that June 21st in 1964. In 1920, legendary slugger Babe Ruth records his very first home run as a Yankee in a 6-0 win over, ironically, the Boston Red Sox. And in 1925, on this date, Jimmy Fox makes his major league debut at 17 years of age for the Philadelphia A's. He gets a hit in his first at bat. The following year on this date, 1926, Satchel Paige, who was 19 years old, debuts for the Chattanooga team in the Negro Southern League. And in 1931, on this date, May the 1st, the Empire State Building opens in New York as the world's tallest building and would remain that until 1970 when the World Trade Centers opened. On this date, 1951, Mickey Mantle hits his first career home run against the Chicago White Sox in Chicago. Minnie Minoso in the other dugout, in the White Sox dugout, also homers in his debut. In 1991, the A's outfielder Ricky Henderson steals all-time record 939th base in a 7-4 win over the Yankees in Oakland, while that same day, later that day, Nolan Ryan records his career record 7th no-hitter in a 3-0 win over Toronto. And on this date in 2000, Barry Bonds becomes the first player to hit a home run into the San Francisco Bay. He would go on to hit 34 more into that bay. Today's birthday to Calamity Jane. And in 1918, Jack Parr. You've been listening to the Morning Update here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage, presented by Silo Ridge Golf and Country in Bolivar, Missouri. Hey, go out there and do something nice for somebody. Hey, forgive somebody today. It may not change the past, but it will likely change your future. Hey, God bless. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.